In this video, I'm going to talk about a common question that a lot of people had with playing. In this video, I'm going to talk about a common question that a lot of people had, and that was playing closed guard and angling with closed guard. Because you'll hear over and over from people, to have a good closed guard, you have to get angles. But how do you get those angles, and what do angles mean? It's not extremely easy to get angles in the first place, especially when you have somebody constantly working to square up on you. However, it is definitely possible, and I'm going to try to give you some tips to help you with getting your angles. One of the best ways to get angles is usually off of doing other things, like trying to set up other positions or posture breaking. That's one of the best ways to get angles. The reality of it is, if you don't break their posture, your closed guard really doesn't exist very well. You still have closed guard. There's things you can do, but breaking the posture presents a lot more opportunities for you. And with that, if I don't break his posture, so watch the videos where I talk about breaking your opponent's posture, because those are extremely important. But if I don't break his posture, angles don't exist very well, right? So here, if I'm trying to angle out to do things, and I don't have his posture broken, like, it's going to be extremely hard. Like, if I'm trying to angle and do certain, it's so hard. Like, it's literally physically hard for me to get my hip on the other side of his body here. The only way for me to possibly do it is if he puts his knee underneath my butt, right? So if he puts his knee underneath my butt, I might be able to basically scoop my body out to the other side of his knee. I might be able to do that, all right? But the reality of it is nobody does that, right? It's not something that people do. But if he does put his knee underneath my butt and I have the ability to do it, then I might do it. But it's still not hard for him to square up. Like, it literally is very easy for him to square up. So, the main thing, with this long explanation is you should break their posture first. So I go through all the different things to break the posture. 1, boom, or 2, boom, or 3. Do all those things to break the posture. Once you get their posture broken, that's where true angles start. Okay, so let's go back here. We're here like this. I have my position. I'm able to come through, boom, and break the posture. As soon as I come here, this is where I angle. Now, how do I angle? One of the number one ways to angle is to bicycle your legs. So I bicycle my legs, and then I bring my knee up over his back here, like this. Okay, I bring my knee up over his back, and then I can get my angles. Because now, when he goes to get his posture and everything, it becomes much harder. It's not impossible, okay, but it becomes much harder. I can use my hand to stop him from angling more. This helps me with omoplatas. I can get overhooks on him. Here, his arm came in front. He gave me an arm drag. But the point is, like, I'm getting my angles after I break his posture. So if we go here again, and I have, let's say I broke his posture, boom, then I have an overhook, and I want to angle out here. One way is to bicycle. So when I bicycle, I straighten my left leg here, and as I straighten my left leg, my left hip shoots out, and I turn my angle out. Now I reclose my guard here. Then from here, I'll do things to keep him. So I'm taking my right arm, I'm bringing it on the side of his neck. This will help me keep my angles. Okay? I can constantly do this stuff. This is okay. The reason why it's okay is I have control of his arm. If he goes to step over my leg with his right leg, he can't. It's not possible. So it's not possible for him to step over my leg with his leg because I'm controlling his arm and I'm controlling his angle. So it's very difficult for him to do those things. So when you get your angles, it's our responsibility to get positions that are good for us, that he can't do offensive things to us, like step over our legs, which is going to be one of the number one things that your opponent's going to try to do. Let's say I'm here like this, right? And he went to go get his posture. Boom, and I set up on him, right? So I set up like I was going for a hip bump on him. Boom. This helps me to now break his posture and get my angles on him. Shooting your hips out is getting your angles, all right? We want to shoot our hips out. One way is to do the bicycling. Another way, when I have their posture broken, let's say I have an underhook this time, right, is to plant your foot. So we want to plant our foot down and then angle out. I personally don't put the foot on the hip to angle. 1, because it's not very easy. And 2, because if he kicks his right leg back hard and I have pressure, he might force my leg in between his legs without him actually even doing anything. That's just my personal preference. And the way I learned that is because I do this to people. Like when people put a lot of pressure on my hip from closed guard, they're putting so much pressure into it that when I do a mule kick backwards and kind of twist my hip, their leg just falls down in the middle, and I force the half guard, and their closed guard doesn't even exist anymore. So I don't put my foot on the hip. Other people do, and they might do it better than I do it, okay? I put my foot on the mat. And the reason why I do that is because now I have my underhook. When I put my foot on the mat, when he goes a step over, it's easy for me to just constantly here, start working here. And then it's also here. This time I controlled his arm out this way. I'm doing whatever I can to get his body this direction. I want his body this direction while my body goes out to this direction, and then I can establish my position that I want to do. Okay? That's what I want to do. His arm might come across. I might get him in a gift wrap. Whatever. Now I'm in a really good angle. He's gonna have a hard time getting his angles back. I might end up getting him here, like this, in a side guard position. I have a very good angle. Now I can start working my attacks from there. The point is, for you to start working your angles, you usually have to break their posture. You break their posture, immediately when you break their posture, you bicycle your legs. Or immediately when you break their posture, you plant your foot down and you shoot your hip out. We're doing whatever we can to shoot our hip out. We shoot our hip out, and once we shoot our hip out, we then position their body in a way to where they are going away from us and our body is still angled out. Because if we don't do things to keep them away, if we don't do things to keep that pressure opposite of the way our hips are, he's gonna have the ability to square back up. And we don't want them to square back up. What I mean is, I can get an angle, I can get my good positions, but if I'm not forcing him to that angle still, he's gonna be able to easily square back up regardless of how my hips are. So, let's say we're here, and I had this underhook again. Boom. When I'm here like this, no, let's square back up this way. Okay. So I'm here like this, right? So I had this position. I love playing this particular position. Here, when he goes to square back up with me, it's much harder. Very hard. But if I lose this, and I don't have pressure, and he can now square back up. Let's say I still have the underhook, right? And I was just here, like this. I'm holding him here, and I have an angle, and I'm not doing anything to stop him from squaring back up. He can just literally just square back up to me, and get back to the position where he can start getting his posture back. Now I could possibly still keep his posture. There's things that I'll do, but if he's square to me, he's going to have the ability to get his posture back. So it's not just about angling, essentially. It's about angling and keeping the angles. So once you get those angles, you have to keep them away from you. Keep them away in some way. You can have an underhook and put pressure on the side of their face. You can have an overhook and put pressure on the side of the face. You can get a gift wrap and then basically keep pushing them that direction. You can get their arm across their body, which is the ultimate angle. If you get their arm across their body, and you keep them nice and tight, more often than not, if you're in a good position, they're not going to get their body back. But the point is, it's all the same concept. We're keeping them over there. But we have to keep their upper body over there. We can't just hip our body out, get an angle, and think it's okay, think we're good. You have to control the upper body away from you still so you can keep your angles. So hopefully this video helps a lot of you out. I know this concept has helped me out a lot, especially when I was in my closed guard phase back in the day. So play around with this. If you have any questions or comments, post below. Peace.